Supremacy. When you go live, just say something.
We're live.
We're
now,
live.
7 seconds in.
7 seconds. Okay, hold on. All right, it shows, yeah. And it does look terrible. Yeah, it does look very terrible.
Looks terrible. Welcome to the Centrist Supremacists on the BS Live channel. This is the second Wasteman podcast, I guess. We're doing it in Speaker's Corner because Pavlov has got issues with internet these days. So here we are at Speaker's Corner-ish. We're in Hyde Park. We're not going to tell anyone we're in Hyde Park before the mandoms come and stab us up.
Don't tell anyone. Don't tell the.
There you go.
I'm a wanted man. I'm a wanted man indeed.
Wanted man.
Comrades, I did a nice intro a while ago, but it was all deleted for some reason. It's because the police came here and it had some footage that were incriminating them, and they just told us to delete it. No, just kidding, just kidding. But yeah, I got third world country connection with my internet guy. Sorry.
Yeah, you keep talking because I want to listen to it and see if it. Keep talking. Into
Okay,
the
we're gonna see right now if it's actually working.
Oh yeah. It sounds perfect.
Sounds perfect.
Okay, the microphone's working. Everything's good. So, what are we going to talk about, Pavlov? What do we have for our show? This classic Wasteman moment.
Well, let me see the long list of things that we are supposed to talk about. Oh, whoops!
We have nothing. We have nothing as always. We're talking shit.
Oh yes.
Okay. Let's start with who we saw today. Who did we see today, Pavlov, in the park?
The big celebrity, Steve, the atheist. That's it. He was recognized.
That's right, Atheist Steve. And a man from Seattle, United States, recognized him in this park today. Steve has officially gone global. From now on, he will be charging for appearances and talks. Right? I think that's the best way. Okay, I'll hold this and then we will share the microphone. So, Pavlov, how do you feel about the moment when a complete stranger approached Steve and asked him and just completely ignored you, and you are an aspiring actor, and Steve is just a middle-aged man who talks a lot and talks shit to cops?
Well, if you put it that way, man, I feel really triggered. I feel really upset by it, man. Like I was about to explode from the inside, but I contained myself.
That's sensible. That was. I saw the rage. I saw the rage in your face. I saw that you were about to explode all over Steve, but you held it down. You swallowed.
No.
You swallowed the rage and anger. And then a sudden look of pity came over your face.
Oh, no. Yeah, the look of pity came when the guy started asking about Bob the Builder. Because apparently he actually wanted to find Bob.
Yeah, he was really looking for Bob, but he found Steve. So Steve is kind of like B class celebrity, while Bob the Builder is the A.
That's it,
what do they call him? A class? No. A-lister or B-lister?
I wouldn't put Bob at the A-list because A-list is reserved for Modine.
Modine is the A-list, exactly.
Yeah,
he's the one who made
John Cena famous.
Don't ever forget that. Yes, yeah, he took it from my mouth.
It's Modine. I made you famous.
Yes, he made John Cena famous. By the way, John Cena would be nothing without Modine. Remember that, John Cena.
Oh yes.
Everything you get from the next Fast and the Furious money, then the Fast and the Furious film, the film that you make and you make money from that, half of that goes to Modine because he made you.
Before Modine, you couldn't see John Cena. He was invisible. But after Modine, he became a celebrity. Coincidence? I think not.
Exactly. Now, let Alex Jones run with that conspiracy. Okay, so we don't actually have a topic as such.
We can talk about the protest today.
There was a protest today in Stratford, I believe, right?
Pretty far stuff.
What are your thoughts on the Stratford protest? We didn't go to it.
We didn't go, but Steve went there. He said that it was a relatively small protest, not too many people, and not too many police, which is, was nice. But
yeah. The police apparently did not tackle down 70-year-old old women and then cart them off into the back of a police car today. So that's a little bit of improvement on last week, where they were carting off 70-year-old women into back of police vans. So kudos on the police. Congratulations, you didn't arrest a 70-year-old woman today.
Not as far as we know. That-
Yeah. You must feel good about yourselves. The Metropolitan Police Service.
Oh yes. Well, hopefully tomorrow they'll at least let us stay in the general vicinity of Speaker's Corner.
Yes, apparently we can come to Speaker's Corner, and the rule of 6 still applies because we are still in Tier 2, because that means we're silver medal winners. We have yet to reach gold medal status. We are silver medal in the COVID Olympics, and so since we are Tier 2, we can come to Speaker's Corner, but the police are still going to be around to make sure that we're in groups of 6 and only 6. So if you are coming down, don't bring 5 other people with you. Well, you can bring 5 other people with you, but those are the only people you're going to be with the whole day.
To anybody else?
That's
nobody
right.
else,
That's
man.
right.
Nobody else.
So what are your thoughts on the vaccine that is to? Because I did the Centrist Supremacy show last night about the vaccine that is being introduced, and I brought up some information about the fact that the vaccine has not been tested on pregnant women, children, or people with certain biological conditions. So what are your thoughts on that? And what are you thinking about this introduction? Hello, sir.
Hello.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you in Trafalgar Square a few weeks ago, just after you'd been.
Oh, the
You're
fight.
one of the witnesses.
Picasso had done his work on your face.
Picasso.
Yeah, you look good now.
Yeah, he recovered.
You were one of the witnesses on the.
No, I saw you maybe a week afterwards. And I was just
Oh, the
talking
next
to you.
week. Right. I think I remember you. We spoke.
Pavlov is famous.
No problem. You see, I'm famous too.
He's famous too. You see, people know him. It may be for the fact that he got his face punched in, but they still know him.
Hey, punched in, man. That's a very not nice way of putting it, man. Very.
He
not
was
nice.
viciously assaulted by a horrible skateboarder.
Yeah, man. Got PTSD with skateboards. These
Exactly,
days, you know?
exactly. Every time he sees a
Difficult.
skateboard, he goes into that Vietnam. He has a 1,000-mile stare. Shit gets blurry. Yeah, sorry.
Flashbacks, bro. Flashbacks.
Sorry.
Where are you from?
Me, I'm. As in, like, originally, recently,
Whenever, yeah.
this morning, from my house this morning. Prior to that,
He's from the end, bro.
I'm from the ends, the Iranian ends.
the real G.
I heard people complaining about. Have you ever been asked where you're from before? Like, it's so bad. Like, it's so.
Yeah, for me, the problem is there's like so many levels of where I came from.
Yeah, but,
It's like I'm trying to narrow it down because some people literally say, "Where are you from? Did you come from like the East End?" I'm like,
English.
"No,
I'm
actually."
English.
But that from that ends, then Iran. From if that is where I'm from, if that where you're talking about, then yes, the Iranian side.
Learning the word Aryan,
Yeah.
so I'd always thought was like this kind of Nazi fantasy about tall blonde head. Well,
Yeah,
like
it's
Swedish. people,
mostly-
basically. But it's Indian.
Indo-Iranian.
Indo-Iranian.
Yeah,
This
it
is
comes
a
from
revelation.
Indo-Iranian.
Like,
Yeah,
why are we taught these things?
it's insane. It's insane.
Well, it depends on who's
Persia
teaching
might
you.
be the kind of birth of
Well, probably. Well, I mean, yeah,
It was like
Babylonia.
in the ancient Sumer,
yeah.
in the between the rivers
Yeah.
Tiger and Euphrates.
That's
Not
it.
even Syria, more like Iraq. That was
Yeah,
where the
Babylon.
Babylonians. Yeah,
Babylonians, the Persians.
That's it.
Yeah, it all sort
And
of.
then these Sumerians, they're even further. They're like, they invented the
Yeah, yeah,
thing
yeah.
about planets.
Do you want to be on this? Do you want to get in on this? It is live though. I'm afraid it is actually live streaming, so I can't edit it.
Yeah, no problem. You,
but,
by the way,
I'll stay
tomorrow.
alive longer, yeah. Before the authorities kill me, which I expect to happen. It's
Ah,
like,
man.
shout my
Don't
mouth
you
off,
worry.
shoot my
Don't
mouth
you
off
worry.
like this, you're gonna get killed. But you'll die in glory. Huh?
Well,
You know. It's good
Well,
to
look,
die in glory, yeah?
No,
I'd
look,
rather
I
die in
wouldn't.
glory than live in
I wouldn't
fear.
really go that way to die in glory, blah blah blah.
Like Crusaders.
Nah, man, let's not go to
big
the.
up War Kettle. Big up everyone in the
New
chat.
crusade. We need a new crusade.
I'm
There's no real need of an actual crusade. What we need is to be able to actually speak, because the freedoms that we have right now are being eroded.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to speak. We're not allowed to discuss with people. We're not allowed to exchange ideas.
No, it's okay. So yeah, hold on to that. I'm talking to
about
it.
it.
We're not allowed to exchange
Rather than
ideas.
Ukraine, eh? You know all about it.
I mean, yeah, in Ukraine,
Yeah,
it's a bit better, I would say, than it was during the.
During Stalin's time.
Well, it's much better than it was during Stalin,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's a bit better than what it was during the pro-Russian president Yanukovych, or as we like to call him, Bandyukovich, which is like a corruption, a purposeful corruption of the name, because Bandyuk means like a criminal. So basically, he's a complete criminal. He was in jail, by the way. He was a president who was in jail before that. I think for theft, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, look.
We see in Belarus and
Yeah, Belarus is pretty messed up too. It's similar situation going on there. But yeah, look, I didn't get this. The scary thing is, I didn't get this from speaking out my mind, because I didn't say basically anything. You know, the guy looked at me. He asked me, "What are you looking at?" I told him, "Just checking the situation,
so
bro."
it's just a random.
Huh?
It was just a kind of.
Just a random
angry
wasteman, man. Just a random wasteman. He had some friends with him. And then he went for me, he shoulder bumped me. I told him, don't do that, bro.
Yeah.
And then he turned to his friends, started talking to his friends. I thought, okay, it's finished. Then he turns around and fucking sucker punches me.
Yeah.
Insane shit, man.
I've seen that. That seems to be how a lot of incidents happen like that, just out of nothing. Yeah.
It's just stupid, man. Like, there was no beef, there was no escalation
No.
of the thing. He just decided, oh, okay, it's a random guy, I'm gonna bomb rush him with my people, with my dudes here. Just
Yeah.
stupid, man.
It
Just
wasn't
fucking
like
stupid.
KGB guys come to get you.
Now, if KGB came to get me, they would probably give me some nice plutonium in the breakfast.
Oh yeah.
Yes, a little
That's what they
planium.
usually do.
He
what I like
survived
doing.
the last guy.
Who? The last guy who took?
He was poisoned.
Oh no, that wasn't planium though. That was something else. You know the one, the doctor and his daughter,
Was that Novichok?
Novichok. Yeah.
Novichok.
That was the Novichok guy. Yeah, they survived, but the one that ended up with the planium or whatever they put in his thing, no, he died unfortunately. The one, you know, you saw the pictures of him, lost all his hair and all that.
Yeah,
That guy.
a few months
I forgot his name. I
A few
forgot.
months ago.
No. That was a few years back.
All right.
The
So
one-
the one a few months ago, I think he was just about made it.
Or was this a new person then? This must be a whole other guy. The Novichok.
People here probably can't hear anything.
No, they can't. Unfortunately, they won't be able to hear you, but they can hear us. but yeah. Do you want to talk about that, Pavlov? What are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, let's speak about the KGB, man, about the good old KGB. By the way, probably everybody knows, but Putin was an
call it
ex-KGB agent.
They stopped calling it that because it strikes fear into people's hearts. Right?
Dude, it's like, it's so
What's it
dumb,
called
man.
now? What's the Russian?
Right now, I mean, look, technically the KGB doesn't exist anymore. Technically, but Russian Secret Service still exists, obviously.
Yeah. Well, what do they call it?
Exactly.
They don't,
Just Secret Service.
Just Russian Secret Service.
Secret Service.
They don't-
I don't know the exact like technical
Oh, I see.
name.
They don't have
give
like
it.
an acronym anymore.
No, like again, in technicality, the KGB or NKVD or KGB. There's KGB and NKVD. There were two names for the same organization, basically. It doesn't
Russian
exist.
Secret Service,
Yeah, basically.
Constitution.
And before them, there was the Cheka. During Lenin, if I'm not mistaken, the KGB. I'm not entirely sure when the Cheka, transitioned for the KGB, but it was with time. With time, they transitioned, right? But anyway, look, Putin is an ex-KGB agent, so it's a good reminder. It's like in Germany, they had now. Imagine this. Imagine in Germany, they had somebody who was part of the Gestapo, leading the country. It's just insane, man. Why would you have a person like that leading the country? But anyway, I guess they don't care. They're reminded. Russia is very based, except that there's more babies aborted in Russia than are allowed to live, except that 1/3 of deaths in Russia are alcohol related. It's very based, man. Very good country. Great, amazing. Anyway,
I feel the pain.
Yeah.
Humanity crying out.
it's messed up, man. It's messed up. It's very messed up. But what can you do about it? Again, we were talking about the protest today, about the protest that happened. There was in
There's a protest in Stratford. Yeah,
right?
Stratford. Yeah.
Very far away, man. Very far away.
Shakespeare, eh?
Yeah. I wish
I
I.
know Stratford in London, yeah, there's Stratford and Avon up north where Shakespeare.
Oh no, no. It's Stratford as in London, Stratford. Yeah. But it wasn't a big event, so it didn't really do much. But maybe tomorrow something might happen. I don't know. Speakers Corner.
I came
Maybe,
last Sunday,
maybe.
Dead. The whole of I walked around
Oh, yeah,
Central London all day, not a sign.
Last Sunday.
Sunday.
One person.
Yeah, Saturday was busy though. Saturday was.
Saturday was a big
That's why I
protest.
came. I was like, all right, there's going to be more on Sunday. Nothing.
Yeah,
It's like every time I come down, no one's there.
Because the police was there, man. The police was
They're
chasing
mad.
away
Yeah,
anybody
Making
who would
it
come
up.
there.
I'm
Yeah.
starting to think the media are making it up. The
Well, look,
protest.
there's definitely no. The
Giving
protest
up.
happened. The protest happened.
protests,
The
yeah.
protests in Saturday happened. There were big amount of people. The problem is that first of all they got separated very easily. Some of them got cattled, some of them got arrested, some
Yeah.
of them just lost their way, honestly, because they didn't know London.
Yeah,
And I'm not
yeah.
even joking. Like
Yeah,
some people
just
came
got
there.
lost.
Yeah, people just started walking around aimlessly.
Yeah.
No organization. But you can't really fix that because the police goes for the leaders of these protests. Like they go in, rush in, take the leader, rush out.
Yeah.
Take the speaker, rush out. It's
They were doing a kind of a snatch and grab last week as well.
Yeah.
But they weren't really doing it for any particular, like they couldn't identify any particular leaders. And I think the protesters were kind of clever about that as well. They didn't congregate in one place. They actually were, I think their strategy was to move around London,
Yeah.
not to be in one place so that they can kettle them in and they can then start snatching people. So they didn't have a singular like leader or identifiable leader. They didn't have a single spokesperson. They had multiple spokespeople and they were constantly moving around London, sort of snaking through London. I think that was actually part of the strategy. I don't think that was an accidental thing. But the problem was then people got separated and the police would have cut, they would just suddenly cut them off and then they would splinter off into. It's almost like if you ever watch these like Blue Planet documentaries of wildlife where there's a shoal of fish in a bowl and then all the dolphins and the sharks are trying to eat the shoal and it's like safety in numbers, but then as the shoal breaks off into smaller groups, then they get picked off. And that's kind of what was going on with the protests, where the police were trying to cut them off and make smaller groups and then pick people off that way, because they did then start arresting in the smaller groups, but they wouldn't sort of arrest people when they were in a much bigger sort of bunch. But that's I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I think that protesters are now trying to develop strategies to be able to do their protesting and still not be arrested and because Corbyn, what's his name?
Piers Corbyn.
Piers. He just had his court case a few days ago. Not everybody can afford tens of thousands of pounds worth of fines. Not everybody can afford, to be out of work for days and months and go to court during the week and take time off work, even though now most people are out of work. So these protesters, people want to protest, but they also want to pay their bills.
Yeah.
So you can't just, there's a balance that people have to see here. And if the police are doing that, the financial hit is one of the tactics to put people off, but also the arrests and all the rest are also these are all tactics to basically put people off from protesting, because they don't, they're not going to be able to stop people in their massive numbers, but they can slowly degrade the protest numbers by forcing people out of, financially, and then their family gets involved and the wife is screaming, don't go out and protest, or the husband saying, this is not worth our family and it's causing problems. All of these will then...
Because I'm wealthy, independently wealthy.
Yeah.
Independently wealthy, no children. So...
Okay, so at least you're comfortable. You don't have to worry about it. You're one of the few that can actually stand. Yeah.
Yeah, at least I don't have to worry about bills, which I...
Yeah, you don't have to get. You don't have to worry about getting fired from a job. You don't have to worry about.
Lets your brain kind of lets your mind expand more than if you've got these little mundane worries, kind of stunting your thought.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
Sorry, dude. Yeah, let me stand up and all.
incredibly privileged, but I
Wait, is
appreciate.
that gonna catch us if we?
This will catch you. Well, yeah, no,
I
it's
can-
actually going
I
to cut
can
off our
sit-
heads.
sit next
But
to
yeah,
you.
yeah,
You sure?
just shuffle
Okay,
up, shuffle
I'm not
up,
worried about-
shuffle up.
Come here in between.
All right, you can blur my face, please.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's
going
it's
to
a-
capture us here. Hold on to this. Let me just check the camera.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll capture
So-
the three of us.
But wait, this
And
is live though.
It is live though. It is. We're not
live.
pre-recording.
Live stream on
This
YouTube.
This is live. This
On
is going
Twitch
now.
or
They're
YouTube.
live.
Just YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
At the moment.
But yeah, don't worry, man.
We don't have
Like,
many people.
we're not
only
really
like-
saying anything that controversial.
Yeah.
I think.
That's what
We
you
There's
only have
nothing really
28
going
people
on.
watching anyway, so it's not like we're broadcasting to the
I'm
world.
internet famous. No,
You
but-
recognize Pavlov?
Yeah,
Of
exactly.
course, I'm a huge celebrity.
Well, Pavlov is on another level of celebrityness.
Next level is John Cena, and then maybe Modine.
John
Maybe.
Cena.
If you're
Maybe.
lucky.
You know
If you
Modine
are.
and John Cena.
I
You know
don't
the
know Modine.
situation. He's like
Oh,
Sorry.
that's me. That's
I
me.
hate to hear your
checking.
own voice. Though.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's kind of in the beginning. In the beginning, everybody hates to
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
their own voice, but with
It's
time, you
not
kind of
natural.
get used to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Humans never did until
Yeah.
100
That's
years, last 100 years.
But yeah, man. I mean,
Yeah, so it's my duty. I have 13 nieces and nephews, and they're my
Wow.
brothers and my sister are completely abandoned any moral teaching to them. So I'm just, this Christmas I'm not seeing them, and their kids may go, "Where is Uncle Frankie?" and they'll have to talk and explain that, we've basically thrown him under the bus because
Oh, is it because like the COVID thing, or?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
it's
So
a
they're-
complete lie, and we've destroyed our country now. 9 months of unnecessary lockdown.
Yeah,
It's just-
yeah.
it's just
I mean, the
completely
9
immoral.
month thing is become really. I'm sure there's a lot of families suffering this year. This Christmas is going to be
it's their fault
a lean one.
for not
yeah.
standing up to tyranny when it was clearly rammed into their faces. They still won't do anything, and I guess because they got kids, you're basically you become a ghost, like he says in that film Interstellar. That
Oh,
line
yeah.
really stood.
very
with
good
me.
movie. Very good movie.
Well, it's all right. It's a bit boring, but
Oh, come on.
but the line that stuck with me was, when you have kids, you become a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, because the kids always take precedence. Yeah, the kids always take precedence. So yeah,
So you can't really have any conviction anymore.
yeah. But I
So-
mean, at the moment, what do you think? How things are gonna like? How can we move forward? We can't change the past, but we can move forward with
Yeah.
in the next months and days. Obviously, there's a vaccine in the pipeline, and that's going to be distributed. What are your opinions on that?
On the vaccine, I just think it's completely rushed, and I was hearing about they've got one in Russia today that has already been given out. Already, people had been injected in Russia.
in China.
And they don't-
In China, I've seen videos in China.
Like, we have regulatory bodies here. What do you think they are in Russia? I mean, they just
Or in China.
yeah. So how can why do the medical authorities want to be associated with that kind of practice?
Well, I mean, the thing is, the one in China is a Chinese vaccine that they've developed.
Chinese virus. thing.
Well, yeah, funny enough. And then obviously their regulatory bodies have checked it over there, which I'll be honest, from the videos that I've seen, it looks very dodgy. But
Why are we even talking to
Yeah.
China anymore?
well, yeah, I mean that's
Why
a,
can't
that's
we
a
just-
whole other
Question
whole
of the century.
Why can't we just, not necessarily go full on war, but just say we're not gonna, we're gonna cut you off.
economically distance
We're not gonna
ourselves.
allow flights from China to come into our country.
Well,
Yeah, I mean
tell you
that's
what,
another
man,
thing.
I researched a bit about that because Trump tried to do something
Yeah.
similar to that.
he's the devil now.
He's what?
He's the devil because of that.
Yeah.
Well,
They all agree. And
well, look, they hated Trump from the very beginning.
I know.
because he.
he's not going away.
Yeah. We were actually talking about the Trump presidency now, whether or not he's gonna still be president or not. And I heard a guy giving me some information about the possibilities that Trump is making moves to find out about this, because it seems like they actually have some solid proof that this is a fraud, voter
Lots
fraud.
now. They have a lot of evidence now.
Yeah.
And we all just know, instinctively that Biden could not have won that. I mean, I don't care
He
what
didn't
you say.
campaign. He did not campaign.
He stayed in his house. How on earth is he going to beat this guy that goes around doing 5 rallies a day? Full
That's,
Carry
a,
on.
that's a good point, man.
Full
That's
of vigor, I saw him do a 45-minute speech about how, he's not going away. But
I mean, Hillary lost and Hillary campaigned.
yeah.
And Hillary had, I would say she had more than Biden to offer. For example, she wasn't completely senile.
Yeah.
She actually could speak in public. she didn't misspeak. Like when Biden said, "We've created the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization." That's not going away anytime soon.
Well, he slipped up. He said we created a voter fraud.
Yeah, exactly. We've created the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization. Not anti-voter fraud,
Shameless.
but voter fraud. Like, the guy is so senile, he can't even lie properly at this point.
Did you see him do the interview? I think yesterday it was like with Kamala Harris, and he says, you know, if we disagree about something, I'll probably develop a disease and then I'll resign.
Is that what he said?
He said, I laughed. I literally laughed out
Jesus.
loud. It's the first time I had a good laugh.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah, it was funny, and then I thought about it for a minute, and the horror set in that people are still not gonna hear that. Like people like my family are gonna listen to that, and they'll still defend him. They go, well, you know, at least he's not Trump.
At least Orange Man bad.
Yeah, at least
I've
he's
been,
not
I've been
orange.
thinking. I've been thinking sometimes. Why do people actually trust in this so much? Why
Sorry
people
guys, hold
so-
on.
because,
Don't talk. Don't
why-
talk until the microphone comes back.
I don't like it.
Okay. There you
Why-
go.
why
Because
the
something
truth?
more substantial to hold.
Because if you look back through history, anyone who's told the truth ends up having a grisly end, right? The Socrates, you know, he got killed for corrupting the minds of youth, and it's gone on ever since.
Yeah. They accuse, that's true. In Athens, they accused Socrates of
Yeah.
corrupting the minds of the youth, so they made him drink poison.
And then later Cicero in Rome, same thing. You know, he's the greatest public speaker of all
Cicero-
time, probably, and he ended up,
yeah.
you know, he's just too good at public speaking, like Nigel Farage. People can't stand it when you get someone who's gifted at public speaking.
I'd say Cicero was slightly different because on the opposite side, you know, Cicero usually argued against Caesar, but then he decided to kind of just mediate it between the Caesarians and the anti-Caesarians. But then after Caesar died, Mark Antony, who had personal beef with Cicero, and also Octavian, you know, they
Right.
both were pissed with Cicero. So
I need to look that up. a
he
bit more,
ended
yeah.
up, Cicero ended up with his hands cut off and
Yeah, head nailed to the.
a head and hands, and
Yeah.
also
we
his
have
hands.
a.
But it was basically because he was, you know, just saying things too much.
Yeah.
Thought
It's
for himself too much, basically.
it was very bad done. And you know, I actually know a fun fact about Cicero's death. It's that Octavian later on, when he saw one of his children, one of his kids, you know, just reading a document.
Yeah.
And it was a document that happened to be written by Cicero. The kid knew that this was some faraway enemy of his father, and he hid the document. You know, Octavian asked him, "Show me what you got there." He showed him, and he read the document, and he told his son, "My child, this was written by a man who loved his country." So he actually had a lot of respect for Cicero. As far as I remember, I
Yes.
might be wrong.
And
it
then-
was Mark Antony who made Cicero get killed. It was him, but I'm not 100% sure.
Guys,
but
we have
I think so.
Then you
a
could
comment.
Wow,
bring
what
the
is it?
thing. There's a lady who says, Victoria, who says the UK has many regulations. Sorry, bring that over.
Sorry.
The UK has many regulations and safety standards. The UK will. It's okay. It's the thing. The wind thing. The UK will not allow anything not safe. Why would they pay more compensation than the lockdown has cost? The problem is that most of these companies, these Pfizer companies and so on and so forth, they are immune from prosecution when it comes to these vaccines. So the UK can approve these, roll them out, and still not have to pay compensation because they have immunity effectively when it comes to a pandemic and vaccines in this nation. This is what is the most worrying part for me, is that we can't even sue these bastards if they, you know, give us something that our kidneys fail like a month later. So that's the problem. Anyway, let me let me put
this
this.
one has to be
yeah.
kept at minus 70 degrees.
Well, this particular
How's that
one,
going to work?
because
When they inject it into you, you're going to freeze your vein, aren't you?
well, no, I mean it's meant to be kept that way, but I'm sure they'll warm it up before
Until
they
the
stick it
last
in you.
minute. And then
Because-
somehow when it goes into your 37-degree blood, it's not going to be broken down. Even though it has to be kept at minus 70.
Yeah, but it's because it's a live culture. It's not a dead virus.
very
It's a
fragile,
live virus. A live vaccine.
Yeah.
And so it has to actually remain at those temperatures. Otherwise, it would die, I think, and then it would become useless. That's at least this
everyone
particular
just goes
one.
along with it. You know, they don't take 5 minutes to just think about the history of vaccination, for example. You can just look up the history of vaccination on Wikipedia, how it works, then you can say Well, it's kind of flawed idea, really. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I mean, I still absolutely believe in the
I'm
like
against this
polio.
one particular because
Yeah.
this one has death flags all over it.
Well, yeah, it just this
Just
particular
you're
one.
meddling with-
Yeah, this particular one has a lot of red flags.
Yeah.
That's basically it. But I mean, generally, like I don't disagree with the polio vaccine. I don't disagree with the smallpox vaccine. These things
Well, I
have
heard
proven to work.
MMR, like measles, mumps, rubella. Yeah, I heard an interesting point. Someone said maybe it's less risky to take them individually, 3 injections, not all one big cocktail. But it's like there's not enough time. You know, people don't have enough time. It's like just get them all in. You know, you don't have time to be cautious. You know, just
Well, at the
just
moment,
ram it in there.
with this at the moment with this current one, yeah, this current one is a little bit off. But I mean, in all honesty, for me, I'm just gonna wait until at least about 60 to 65 million people have had it. Give it about a year and a bit.
let them be the hamster.
It's like, okay, are you still alive, guinea pig?
Exactly.
Are you still collecting the cheese?
By the way, I like it how we got the background music over there. Is it actually showing?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think the
Probably
background
not.
because the microphone is here and it's a
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
too.
probably.
But we do have some salsa people dancing salsa. They look amazing.
Warms it up.
I'm sorry, everyone on the stream who can't actually see, but that's life.
Maybe later. We'll switch it around just to show it a bit.
Yeah. I mean, actually, hold on. Let me just get a shot of that sunset. Maybe that might come out. Hold on to
Nice.
this. Let me.
Nice, and we're gonna give some commentary about that. But yeah, man, look.
I think
What
it's God,
should I even-
ultimately it's God. I believe in God. Oh, well, I've come back to God during this crisis because I realise that's the only authority really there is.
Which God do you believe in?
The Hebrew God through
Yahweh.
the Anglican Church. You know, Church of England is I believe,
Protestant
should be the greatest church in the world, basically. That's
What made you come back? Sorry.
Well, just my family abandoning me, my friends abandoning me,
Fucking
and then you realise,
because of COVID, the bullshit.
yeah,
Fucking
because I won't put up with basically communist propaganda.
Well, that's kind of what it is.
It's exactly what it is.
Nice.
In these face masks, you might as well have the Chinese Communist Party on your face mask.
Yeah.
They're rubbing their hands in glee when they see this. I
called it the socialist distancing, usually.
Yeah.
That's how I call it.
Socialist distancing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, basically,
Yeah.
man. You separate people, you don't let them congregate,
Yeah.
you don't let them speak to each other.
Yeah.
Like, look at all the congregations we're having today. Nobody gives a shit. But
Yeah.
in Speaker's Corner, when 20 people go there to speak, oh, no, that's too much, man, that's too much. We
Yeah.
gotta bring some fucking police and patrol the place, left, right, and center.
And I walked through Chinatown earlier, and the woman came out saying, come and have a massage, happy ending. And
Happy ending.
and I said, look,
I know what that means.
no, I said I've got moral decency. I don't just go and get a hand job from
bro,
some Chinese woman.
could you show me the exact
Could you just give me the
Joking,
full
joking,
maths?
joking.
Trust me, they go up to young men like you.
Joking,
and they
joking.
see you, that-
How old was she?
She wasn't going to do it. I mean, there were people inside who were going to do it.
Oh, this was a massage parlor.
She was outside, yeah. And then I said, look, do you want to talk about your government because you've kind of destroyed the whole world? And she got all angry and said, go. It's just like,
Well,
you're not allowed to talk to Chinese people in this country. They're sort of immune. They're allowed to just live amongst us without any interaction with our society.
Oh no!
It's just absolute
they interact.
disgrace.
One thing I
They
will
do
say.
not interact.
Well, what I will say is, for me,
I want them all
if a
out.
woman who's offering me,
Let's not go overboard with it. Let's just say something before that. Look, as you know, I'm a Ukrainian.
Hong Kong people stay. Mainland people go.
Well, look, they're technically still. I mean, they're not Chinese as for communist China, but Taiwanese people, Hong Kong,
Yeah,
they're the same kind of people in
Yeah.
terms of
Still
ethnicity, in terms of
Chinese,
culture, in terms
they're
of
allowing it.
language. Yeah,
They're
look,
enabling it.
I do agree about one thing. Socialism, communism should not be allowed.
Yeah.
But in terms of ethnicity of Chinese people, I don't have anything against them. I don't have
No, of course.
anything at all
Exactly.
against them. So
One
it's
thing-
mostly against communism. You know?
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to say, for me, the rule of thumb.
Even if I did have something against
Yeah.
If I was racist, that's my right to be racist,
Well,
but I'm not.
It's your
Yeah,
right.
it's
your
fine,
right
but
to
it's
be racist.
just not good.
But at the
I know
same
it's
time,
not
it's not a,
good. Yeah.
it's not
And
a
I'm not.
desirable trait.
But one thing I will say,
love my race.
my personal rule of thumb is if a Chinese woman,
Racism, though.
No,
That's just,
yeah.
well,
you
it
know,
is. That's what they
loving
say.
yourself.
They try and
Yeah.
say
Many
that it is
people say
racist.
so. Many people say so.
but one thing I will say
are
that
proud of being
when a
racist.
Chinese woman is trying to solicit sexual sort of exchange of money in a massage parlor from me,
Yeah.
I normally
At least
don't
they're doing
engage
that.
them about the Chinese political system. I normally I just don't go there.
Yeah, I'm not,
That's an interesting topic to take.
yeah, I'm
it's like,
not, I'm
it's
not
like when a
normal.
woman says,
I'm not a normal man.
come into my massage parlor. We have beautiful flowers. Only buy one get one free.
I'm more
and
interested in
I'm not really going.
philosophical discussion than having sex, basically.
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
But what I
that's
mean is,
the way I am.
I just see that sort of environment,
I'm
and I
happy with
gauge like what conversations go with that particular scenario. And a woman trying to get me to pay money for sex isn't a time where I go, your Chinese government system, the CCP, it's not quite working out. It's just
Quite a switcheroo.
Yeah, it's not really the moment, the
Yeah,
time
that's
and the
funny.
place for that.
Funny story. At least it made you laugh.
It was
worth Yeah,
it was
it's a
worth
funny
that. It was
story.
worth
There
that
you go.
alone.
Because no one else thinks the way I do.
But admittedly, yes,
But
it was
don't
definitely
you see
worth
it as a
it.
kind of insult to walk through all these Chinese people just going about their business like, oh yeah, nothing's happened. You haven't, like, your government hasn't just destroyed the whole world. No. Don't worry about it.
The thing is, to blame Chinese people for the government's
Exactly.
failures is. I mean,
Yeah,
if
but
that's the
why-
case, the
why are
British
they-
people would
why
have
are they not allowed to talk
a whole
about it? Why is there no
host of
discussion?
stuff.
That's a much better
Yeah.
question to ask. But
That again is a criticism of socialism, because in their country
Of our-
they're prosecuted. Bro, look, I watched,
Of our country.
I have on my computer videos and videos and videos
Yeah.
of the of these doctors and medics in China coming with fucking guns to the homes of people, dragging them from their homes into vans and driving them God knows where.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
Australia.
they are afraid because there's an organ traffic in China
This happens
that's
in
based
Australia too.
on
That's really scary.
well, yeah, just not to same,
Not
the same
quite,
extent.
yeah.
Exactly. In China, it's much worse.
Almost.
Like those people are afraid, man. They're afraid. Exactly. Organ trafficking in China because, dude, you.
They're monsters.
Research,
kidnap you and then take your
exactly, bro. They got organs from the political prisoners. There's this specific Falun Gong, I think it's called.
Harvesting.
That's it, you know about it. Falun Gong practitioners
Kind of,
are especially sought for because they have a very, very healthy lifestyle and their organs are very healthy. So they are very sought for the organ trafficking. And also because they have kind of like a religious movement. But it's a very nice, very good issues religious movement.
Yeah, I've heard of
But they're prosecuted, man. They're prosecuted and they get fucking captured and their organs get trafficked. And whenever people tell me, oh no, it's all conspiracy theories, bro, there are videos and videos and videos of so much bullshit going on in China that it's insane. I would put it on YouTube if I wasn't 100% sure that I was gonna get raped by YouTube. But I put some of these videos on Centrist Supremacy on
Yeah.
our joint channel.
I must say, YouTube, it seems to recommend all these videos very, kind of conservative. That's what I watch, and then it recommends more. It doesn't try and hide these videos from me. So I really believe YouTube doesn't censor at all.
No, but hold on. That's not what I mean. I don't mean that it.
Apart from Stefan Molyneux. Yeah,
and Alex Jones and
yeah. That's
Stefan
true, yeah.
Stefan
That was
$1
outrageous.
Molyneux.
He was almost at 1 million subscribers, and then they
just
take him off.
Stefan.
That's convenient, isn't it? Yeah.
after almost 10 12 years of
Yeah.
I mean, imagine you start a business or you start any kind of work
learned a lot
and you
from that,
invest
man.
10 12 years of your life into it, and
Yeah.
then suddenly they just bam take it away from
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
That is insane.
I listened to lectures about like Aristotle and all these. He taught me,
Well, I mean, he is still on Parler and BitChute, of course. Yeah.
You go from YouTube to BitChute, and it's just like, what is this?
Yeah,
horrible,
unfortunately,
clumsy
BitChute.
piece
No,
of
the thing is,
this is like
BitChute.
Soviet YouTube.
Yeah, the thing is, BitChute first of all, that they don't have the kind of money
I know.
that obviously YouTube
There
has.
would be enough nerds out there to make it work as good
Well,
as YouTube.
it's because it's blockchain. and the infrastructure of our
servers,
societies
yeah,
are
yeah.
not there yet
Yeah.
to deal with the blockchain sort of system. If we had a better sort of 1 gigabit connections, everyone had 1 gigabit connections, then BitChute would be amazing. Don't get me wrong,
Have to use Huawei, yeah.
the BitChute also needs to improve their UI as well. The UI is a little bit
Yeah.
shite, and of course they have no real
like YouTube at the beginning,
algorithmic. I don't know if they have any kind of algorithms or any bots that the recommendation
No.
bots, things like that. They're not great.
I'm just gagging to get back to YouTube when I've been using that for a bit.
It is awkward.
Come
I'm not
back,
gonna
YouTube was good.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It is
Yeah.
awkward watching videos on BitChute,
Especially
and like
the-
we've had problems ourselves. I tried loading up some videos upload, some videos don't upload. Even for content creators is awkward. It's not even
Yeah.
awkward just for the user. For content creators it's awkward as well.
Yeah.
So there are issues, and there's supposed to be like this automatic upload. If you upload a video onto YouTube, which by the way I still have to fix that for us on our Centrist Supremacy, but even that is a hit and miss. That's not 100%. Sometimes the video uploads to BitChute, sometimes it doesn't. I've had dozens of videos that never made it to BitChute, even though I uploaded them onto YouTube. But then I upload a 5-minute video, and bam, it appears on BitChute. So it's not guaranteed. And yeah, I mean, BitChute has a lot of room for improvement.
But it always goes up. Whatever
yeah.
you upload stays up.
Well, at least you're sure that whatever you upload, it's not going to be taken down by BitChute.
Like YouTube does that.
Yeah, YouTube. Oh yeah, absolutely. YouTube takes them.
That's pretty bad.
The YouTube. I've had many videos. I've had videos now that I uploaded 4 years ago that they are now backward censoring me effectively.
Yeah.
Of
Sometimes
stuff.
do
Yeah,
that, man.
yeah.
And of
Insane.
course, the stories about Biden's son.
Yeah. Anything
They-
about
they were
about
blocked on Twitter.
Hunter Biden. Yeah.
They just wrote a little blocker to say anything.
Dude, I wanted
Hunter
to post this
Biden
video,
does.
like a joke video about last election in US, how Trump got elected. It was like a joke video where in the beginning nobody was trusting that Trump would win, and then with time they started seeing, oh, he's getting more and more support, and eventually, bam, he won.
Yeah.
It was like a funny video. YouTube didn't even let me put it in because I was trying to put it before, like, the election was over, blah, blah, blah. And that's not the only thing. Like, posts on Facebook, on Twitter. For the first time in my life, when I Googled something about Biden, like is Biden corruption or no. Actually, I tell you what I Googled. I remember exactly now. Voter fraud 2020 election. It asked me if I'm a bot. For the first time I've been in the internet, not in coming to a specific website, on Google, just to Google something. For the first time, it asked me if I'm a bot, man. I shit you not, insane.
You're a robot, yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
And then
yeah.
then you have to say, look at 5 pictures and say which picture has.
Did it,
a
is that what it
shot
had?
in
The cap-
No, it just asked me about the bot, and I had to press no, I'm not a bot.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the only thing. It didn't show me the actual picture. Usually
They
it does.
used to, yeah. I think they've stopped doing that now, yeah.
On some
Guys-
website they might.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Ultimately, I think the ultimate plan is that this whole COVID is very convenient in the election year. So they thought, how can we stop Trump getting into power? Let's make this overreact massively to this virus, which is very similar to like SARS and ones we've had.
SARS, MERS.
Yeah, MERS.
It's like the group of coronaviruses.
Yes.
Coronavirus is not the name of this one. This one is COVID. COVID-19, right? But coronavirus is the overall group
Yeah.
of SARS, MERS, and COVID.
It's still in there, yeah. It's still the umbrella, yeah. But there's still a lot of ignorance, in the medical community about it. They don't. It's very sort of scattergun, like every year when they kind of do a bit of guesswork what kind of strains of virus is going to be around this year, and there's 2 kind of main vaccines I understand, and they go, okay, it looks like it's going to be more this one this year, so we'll inject everyone with this. But then, of course, lots of people get something that wasn't covered and die. I heard 500,000 people die every year, and just in the UK.
Wow.
500,000.
Okay, guys,
it's
we're losing the
five-
light, so this is gonna start
500,000
looking.
people die.
Okay, so shall we?
About 60,000.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that just complete
Well,
insanity?
yeah.
It is pretty insane.
Okay, guys, let's wrap it up because
wrap it
we're
up.
losing the light, so it's not
We're
gonna.
getting
It's not gonna.
hypothermia,
You're gonna get hypothermia. That thing isn't
come
recording.
prepared,
Yeah.
I thought if I had a puffer jacket, like under jacket, I thought it looks sunny.
But look, bro, would you like to present yourself with an alias, with your name, whatever? You can just say an
Yes.
alias,
Well, I am.
Our man at the Hyde Park.
I'm the Frank.
Let's just leave it at that.
The man in the
Don't
Hyde
worry.
Park.
Yeah, the
Save
man
it.
at Hyde Park. Don't worry. Don't worry. It'll be fine.
I'm going to be like Oliver Cromwell, but not
Oliver Cromwell. Oliver Cromwell.
I'm not going to be as violent as him. Don't worry. But
There you go. Our man Oliver,
Oliver Cromwell.
at Hyde Park. And
defender of the faith.
Is there any final message? You
Yeah,
want
the
to give?
Queen is supposed to be the defender of the faith, and she's
She's not.
doing it.
Okay.
Think about
Pavlov,
that.
anything last word?
А ну чики брики в дамке.
There you go. There you go.
By the way,
And
check out on YouTube how to date during COVID Slav style.
yes. How to? Sorry, say it again.
How to date during COVID Slav style. Check it out on YouTube. It's a video of me explaining how to date right now.
Yes. And thank you for everyone for coming. Guys, we will see you on Centrist Supremacy. Go subscribe, like, and share. This video will then be uploaded onto Centrist Supremacy once we're finished. So thank you for everyone. Thank you for the guys. Thank you for Oliver Cromwell.
We're joining
Thank you for
Pavlovian
Cyrus the Great. And
Cyrus the Great. And,
Banksy, it's me, your host, Banksy, saying goodbye. Cheers.
Thinker.
There you go, guys. Hold on to this and I'll
Hold on. We're done now. We're done.
Has there been some great Ukrainians in history?
They have a few.